Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a close look at the fascinating coins. Coin number 1. Have you ever imagined that an ordinary-looking quarter sitting in your pocket, an old coin jar, or a forgotten collection could be worth an astonishing $151,000? The 1972 Washington quarter with the D mint mark, a coin that has captured the attention of collectors across the United States. While millions of 1972 with D Washington quarters were produced at the Denver Mint and most circulated examples are worth only their face value or a small premium, certain exceptionally rare pieces with extraordinary mint errors, elite certified grades, or unique varieties have sold for thousands of dollars at auction. In this video, we'll explore why some collectors believe a rare specimen can command extraordinary prices, how to identify valuable features, and what you should inspect before spending your own 1972 with D quarter. So stay with us until the end, because the coin hiding in your collection could be much more valuable than you ever imagined. The Washington Quarter series has been one of America's most recognizable coins since 1932, honoring the nation's first president, George Washington. The 1972 with D quarter features the classic portrait designed by John Flanagan on the obverse, while the reverse displays the majestic eagle perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches below. The small D mint mark, located to the right of Washington's ponytail, tells us the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. In 1972, the Denver Mint produced over 311 million Washington quarters, making normal circulated examples very common. However, rarity in coin collecting is often determined not by mintage alone, but by condition, striking quality, mint errors, and certified population. Collectors carefully examine every detail of a 1972 with D Washington quarter. They inspect the sharpness of Washington's hair, the lettering of liberty, the date "In God We Trust," and the eagle's feathers on the reverse. A coin in very fine condition should still display strong design details despite moderate wear. Many collectors also look for original luster, attractive toning, and damage-free surfaces. While a normal very fine example typically has only modest value, unusual characteristics such as dramatic doubling, off-center strikes, broad strikes, repunched mint marks, or other genuine mint errors can increase collector demand significantly. One of the most exciting aspects of collecting the 1972 with D quarter is the search for rare mint errors. Specialists search for doubled dies, repunched mint marks, broad strikes, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, missing clad layers, and other production mistakes that escape the mint's quality control. Every authentic error tells a unique story about the minting process, making these coins highly desirable among collectors. Because authentic errors are relatively scarce compared with the enormous number of normal coins, certified examples often attract competitive bidding whenever they appear at auction. Another factor that dramatically affects value is professional grading. Coin grading companion carefully evaluate a coin's preservation using the Sheldon grading scale from 1 to 70th. The highest mint state grades are extremely difficult to achieve because even tiny scratches, weak strikes, or handling marks reduce the grade. Premium certified examples with exceptional eye appeal, nearly flawless surfaces, and outstanding strike quality often command impressive prices compared with ordinary circulated pieces. If you own a 1972 with D Washington quarter, examine it carefully under bright light or with a magnifying glass. Look closely for unusual doubling in the lettering or date, missing design elements, abnormal weight, unusual edge characteristics, dramatic off-center strikes, or any feature that appears different from an ordinary quarter. Never clean the coin, because cleaning can permanently reduce its collector value. Instead, protect it in a coin holder and consider having it authenticated by a respected third-party grading service if you believe it has exceptional characteristics. Coin number 2. Have you ever looked at an ordinary 1972 Washington quarter without a mint mark and wondered if it could be worth far more than just 25 cents? Imagine discovering a coin in your pocket change, an old piggy bank, or a forgotten family collection that collectors are eager to own. In today's video, we're exploring the fascinating story of the 1972 Washington quarter struck without a mint mark, a coin produced at the Philadelphia Mint. While millions of these quarters were minted for circulation and most examples remain common, certain rare specimens with exceptional preservation, dramatic mint errors, or highly unusual characteristics have become prized collectibles. Some headlines and online claims mention values as high as $172,000, but it is important to understand that such prices would apply only to extraordinarily rare, authenticated examples with exceptional qualities, not to typical circulated coins. That is exactly why experienced collectors examine every 1972 quarter they find, because the smallest detail can make an enormous difference in value. The obverse of the coin features the timeless portrait of America's first president, George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Above Washington appears the word Liberty, while In God We Trust is positioned to the left, and the date 1972 is displayed below. Since this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, it carries no mint mark, a normal characteristic for Philadelphia quarters of that era. On the reverse, the classic heraldic eagle stands proudly on a bundle of arrows with olive branches beneath, representing both the nation's readiness to defend itself and its desire for peace. Although the overall design remained unchanged for decades, subtle differences in strike quality, die condition, and production errors can create coins that are highly desirable to collectors. One feature that sometimes attracts attention is a naturally developed green-colored surface or green toning. Over many years, storage conditions, humidity, coin holders, paper envelopes, and environmental exposure can produce unique shades of green mixed with gold, blue, or gray on a coin's surface. Natural toning is often appreciated because every toned coin develops a one-of-a-kind appearance. However, collectors understand that color by itself does not determine value. The most valuable coins combine natural originality with strong eye appeal, minimal damage, excellent preservation, and in some cases, genuine mint-made errors. Artificially colored or cleaned coins generally lose collector interest, making it essential never to polish or clean an old quarter. Even a light cleaning can leave microscopic scratches that permanently reduce its collectible value. Serious collectors also search the 1972 Philadelphia quarter for unusual mint errors such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, retained cuds, broad strikes, missing clad layers, and other production mistakes created during the minting process. These authentic errors are much scarcer than ordinary coins and often become the highlights of advanced collections. Every mint error tells a unique story about the machinery and dies used during production, making each error coin different from every other example. Professional grading also plays an essential role in determining value. Independent grading companies carefully examine each coin for wear, luster, strike sharpness, surface preservation, originality, and overall eye appeal before assigning an official grade on the Sheldon 70-point grading scale. Coins certified in the highest grades are remarkably difficult to find because even tiny contact marks or slight imperfections can lower the grade significantly. High-grade certified coins often attract strong competition whenever they appear at major auctions. If you own a 1972 Washington quarter without a mint mark, examine it carefully under bright lighting with a quality magnifying glass. Look closely at the lettering, date, Washington's hair, the eagle's feathers, and the edge of the coin for any signs of doubling, unusual die cracks, off-center striking, missing metal layers, or other features that make the coin different from ordinary examples. Weighing the coin with a precise digital scale and comparing it to official specifications may also help reveal certain mint errors. If you believe your quarter possesses unusual characteristics, consider having it authenticated and professionally graded before attempting to sell it. The possibility of discovering an important coin continues to inspire collectors across America and around the world. Every old quarter deserves a careful inspection because history has shown that remarkable treasures can sometimes be hidden in the most unexpected places. Thank you for watching today's video. Coin number 3. The Washington quarter dated 1946, without a mint mark, could become one of the most exciting coins in your collection. What if a coin that has been sitting unnoticed in an old jar, hidden inside a family coin album, or tucked away in a drawer for decades, could potentially attract the attention of serious collectors? In today's video, we are taking a close look at the fascinating 1946 Washington quarter struck at the Philadelphia Mint, identified by the absence of a mint mark. This historic silver quarter was produced during the first full year after World War II, making it a favorite among collectors who appreciate both American history and classic U.S. coinage. Although millions of 1946 Philadelphia quarters were minted and most circulated examples are worth far less, exceptionally rare pieces with extraordinary preservation, major mint errors, or remarkable certified quality can command significant premiums. Some online claims mention values as high as $193,000. But it is important to understand that such prices would apply only to exceptionally rare, authenticated examples with unique characteristics, not to ordinary circulated coins. That possibility is what inspires collectors to carefully examine every old silver quarter they find. The obverse of the 1946 Washington quarter features the distinguished portrait of George Washington, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. Above Washington appears the word Liberty, while the national motto, "In God We Trust," is positioned to the left, and the date 1946 is displayed below. Because this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, it carries no mint mark, which was standard for Philadelphia quarters of that era. On the reverse, a majestic American eagle stands proudly with wings spread wide, perched upon a bundle of arrows that symbolizes national strength, while olive branches below represent peace. The design is admired for its elegant balance and has become one of the most recognizable images in American coin collecting. One of the reasons collectors love the 1946 Washington quarter is that it is composed of 90% silver and 10% copper. Unlike modern circulating quarters that are made from copper-nickel-clad layers, its silver composition gives the coin lasting intrinsic value while also making it an important part of post-war American history. Over the decades, some examples have developed a very dark or nearly black appearance because of natural toning. Silver reacts with sulfur and other environmental elements over many years, producing shades of gray, charcoal, blue, violet, and sometimes deep black. Among experienced collectors, attractive natural toning is often appreciated because every coin develops its own unique color pattern over time. However, color alone does not determine value. What truly matters is whether the toning is natural, whether the surfaces remain original, and whether the coin has avoided cleaning, polishing, scratches, or other damage. Artificially darkened coins are generally much less desirable than naturally toned examples. That is why experts always recommend leaving old silver coins exactly as they are found and never attempting to clean them. Even gentle polishing can permanently destroy the delicate original surfaces that collectors value most. Another exciting aspect of the 1946 Philadelphia quarter is the possibility of discovering genuine mint errors. Collectors carefully inspect these coins for doubled dies, die cracks, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, laminations, retained cuds, and other production mistakes that occurred during the minting process. These authentic mint errors are far scarcer than ordinary examples, and often become highly desirable because each one represents a unique moment in the history of the United States Mint. Professional grading is also one of the biggest factors affecting a coin's value. Independent grading services carefully evaluate every detail of the coin, including strike quality, surface preservation, luster, originality, eye appeal, and overall condition before assigning an official grade on the Sheldon 70-point grading scale. The highest certified grades are extremely difficult to achieve because even tiny contact marks or slight imperfections can lower the final grade. Coins with exceptional eye appeal and outstanding preservation often attract intense bidding whenever they appear at major coin auctions. If you own a 1946 Washington quarter without a mint mark, examine it carefully using a magnifying glass under bright lighting. Look closely at the lettering, Washington's hair, the eagle's feathers, and the edge of the coin for unusual doubling, die cracks, striking abnormalities, or other distinctive characteristics. Because the coin contains silver, checking its weight against official specifications may also help identify unusual mint errors. If your coin appears especially well preserved or displays unusual features, consider having it authenticated and graded by a respected third-party grading service before selling it. Although headlines may mention values reaching $193,000, those extraordinary prices are associated only with exceptionally rare, authenticated examples possessing remarkable qualities, not with ordinary circulated 1,946 quarters. Nevertheless, remarkable discoveries continue to occur, reminding collectors that every old silver coin deserves a careful examination. The excitement of coin collecting lies in never knowing when an ordinary-looking quarter could turn out to be an extraordinary treasure. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed learning about the 1946 Washington quarter without a mint mark, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another fascinating rare coin story. Share this video with your friends and fellow collectors, keep searching through your old coins, and remember that history, rarity, and careful observation can sometimes transform a simple 25-cent coin into the highlight of an entire collection.